out a little bit to the
We're going to be going 200.
Roger. Yeah, so I'll start boogieing more this way to the left of screen, and then if you want to
Yeah,
call on that
sorry,
move
I
then.
didn't know which screen you were talking about. I thought you meant this one.
No,
To the
negative.
left of Argus.
And this screen will be more south.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to settle in there.
Roger.
Gonna call it in soon. Steve, how do you feel about tracking a line?
That's fine.
I think we should be around the same contour, so I'll track a line. Jess?
Yeah,
Point
that
2
sounds
or
good.
point 3? Any preferences?
We can try 0.3, and if it's too much, we can go 0.2.
Sounds good. Bridge nav. Can we
Sorry?
track a line bearing 200,
Roger.
speed 0.3 knots? Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. All right, if you want to bring your head around to 200 there, Dan. All right, I'm going to face the slope. Let's see what my Z-bias is doing. I don't think that's the true Z-bias, but oh well. Play with it.
This stuff looks like good rocky candidates too. We have one more though, so we better save it for the top. Stuff looks more angular than the other stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
More rounder match we took from.
Yeah, true.
How are the rock samples transported back to Rhode Island?
Shipped
Yeah,
in a box.
they'll usually get shipped from the nearest U.S. port.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's visit. I'm not sure in this case if it'll be California or Hawaii.
Okay. Does American Samoa not count as an American port?
Well, it is a U.S. port, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's probably cheaper to
Got
Just
it.
keep it on the ship.
yeah than
Airfare and stuff.
air freight. Yeah, there's like probably several tens of kilograms, or maybe even 100 kilograms by the end of these next series of cruises.
Yeah.
Between this one and 114 of rocks that'll need to go back.
Got it.
So I'm not familiar. So the return trip leaves out of Apia, going back to Honolulu in end of August, later August, and
Yes.
Yeah.
through Howland and Baker and Johnston.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know there's biologists, but I don't know if there are any geologists on that leg.
Dwight's the expedition leader.
Okay.
He has a geology background, but I don't know if there's any scientists current that are.
I know they're going to be looking at some features that are unnamed and unmapped, so
Oh, that's cool.
could be fertile ground for rock collection as well.
Yeah.
But we'll have to make sure they get the right ones.
Yeah.
Are you going to be a scientist ashore for that, Steve?
I will try to be. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Have right into the chat and tell us what we're looking at.
Don't expect me to pick out rocks though. I probably won't be able to do a very good job.
That looks like a rock.
There's a lot of cup corals here.
Yeah, you see one right there.
Yeah.
Left around 7 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Is this your only cruise, Steve, or are you coming back out?
I'm not coming back out this year. I'm gonna try and do one cruise this year, so I can graduate.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yes, it's very important.
What's going on with that fish?
That's neat fish, huh?
Wagging its tail.
Just meant it was like bulbous near the head.
Ah. What's that? Crank it. Yeah. No, that's alright. I can also turn. I can
It's
also
got a
change it with
wave
there.
of heat. Just got a wave of heat.
You turn on.
Yeah, about the same time the Howland and Baker cruise is going on, Okeanos is heading back out again to look at the New England Seamount chain and Northeast Canyons. So there'll be another. I'll have to get more monitors in my office.
You go out with those guys, Steve, or you just monitor them from the beach?
I'm watching that one from the beach. Happily.
Have you been out on the boat? No.
Yeah, I did 2 cruises on the EX.
How is that behind the velvet chain there?
It's a very, very
Structured.
nice imaging platform. Like the photos that they get and they prepare are just like stunning.
Pay more attention here, Jessica.
I think I counted 30-something DSBL spheres on the front of that thing before I lost count. I was like, I had to try 3 times and I still couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, with the extendable light bars,
Yeah.
they have.
I think they tilt too.
Yep.
The light bars.
Yep. The whiskers, they can really put a lot of light on something.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, awesome video machine. Their sampling is set up pretty slick too.
Yeah, they have one of the Predator arms for sampling, and they just are trying out a new slurp system.
Oh yeah.
So it's not. I think it's. I don't know how they were supposed to try it. I think this cruise that they just went out on. And
Is that one of the ones made by Cellula?
I don't know who made it.
The same one Sebastian has, maybe?
I'm not sure. But yeah, hopefully we'll have slurp sampling capacity in the next few cruises.
Cellula made a pretty slick one for Sebastian. The top's all 3D printed. It's got a hydraulic motor with a Geneva drive. You can the jars just slide in and out. They're not screw on.
Really, they slide in and out. What keeps them up there?
There's a little spring plate on the bottom, and you put them in. They're just kind of held in as they ride around. It takes up a bit more room. It's like sandwich between two polycarbonate plates. Swing a little door open and get the jars in and out.
Yeah. I always thought if our jars might be better if it was the kind where you just go up, over, quarter turn, and then it drops in, you know what I mean? Just like...
What's that?
Like, I always thought ours would be better. You go in, twist, and then that's it. It like locks just like, rather than the spin,
The threaded thing, yeah.
Because the threads, you're sitting there and you're trying to like hold the bottom, but it's still trying to, and then, and then it all comes down.
So Steve, is this speed all right for you, or do you want us to go slower?
No, that's perfect. Yeah, we're just gonna move in, scooting right now.
.4 for the record.
Yeah. I don't know what it uses to average its speed. The ship.
Jess is doing
Yeah,
0.4.
Jess is doing 0.4, yeah.
Twice as fast as she usually goes. Got the
Hey, we're
afterburners
usually
lit.
going up slope. This is just on a contour. Not doing a lot of elevation changes.
This to your left. Look left.
Left, other left. What do you want to see over here? Just the rocks? I shouldn't say just the rocks, huh?
Just bushy stuff. I don't know. But
Just
not
bushy
sure what
stuff.
it was. Depression. Big tumbleweeds.
Is this coral rubble? Can we zoom on the rubble?
Sure. Yeah,
I think so.
down here to get a good look. Oh, sorry, got too ahead of myself.
I'll come down a little for it.
Yeah, please do. Thank you.
I think we have a little bit of a repeat of yesterday's dive.
At the top, you think there'll be something. If there's this rubble down here,
Yeah, I think so.
stony coral at the top.
I didn't see any rubble before, so maybe if we
Didn't,
go...
but this is a steep slope.
Yeah. Where are we relative to intermediate waypoint?
Yeah, stand by. Does that make sense? You want some measurements?
All right, video. You want to go ahead and just push in there?
That makes sense. Yeah.
I'll just tilt down a little bit so you
Yeah,
can
you
see.
would think that maybe there's something up here.
Yeah. That's why I kind of want to go up the steeps to
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Steve, it looks like
get a good
all
transect.
rubble.
Yep. Excellent.
Do you want
There
a
was
target
purple
drop here for
coral
rubble?
there?
Yeah, you can put a target here that says coral rubble.
Oh, what?
There was a purple coral there too.
Yeah,
I think
coral
it was
rubble.
after.
In case we don't see it anymore.
Maybe I misunderstood.
Yeah, worst case scenario,
Come back.
if we go a little bit and it disappears, we can
Let's see.
backtrack and track a line up slope.
Yeah.
But we'll keep going. No, that's never mind. That's something else.
Kind of interesting how these are little clumps here against sheet flow.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why. If it's like because they seem to be like part of it. I don't know if they were like already a rock unit and like came with the flow or something, though these bigger ones up here are probably a different flow that's on top of the older one that we just passed.
Yeah. They look a bit different, not only in shape, but
Some of those encrusting sponges there.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Populous rock.
Condominium here.
Total condo.
Do you want to do a partial zoom there for a second? That's good. All right, go ahead and come wide. Coming up.
According to Argus, might be steeper to your right,
Yeah.
or your heading probably there.
Yeah.
You're looking up the hill.
Good little cliff here. Looks like you have a shadow coming up too.
That's yeah, that's up the hill.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be something cool to look at maybe. I'll be pretty off though.
You have to
People
stop.
miss it.
Yeah. See if we can jet up there.
I'll turn Argus to
Yeah.
have a look.
Sorry?
Yeah, this looks like that flow or second.
Top's probably 20 meters away.
It's getting really steep. I wasn't expecting this kind of slope, but this is great.
It's a little micro slope off to our off to the
Off to
west
the-
there.
Yeah, you can see it in Argus's meso sonar. You want me to label this as something on the map? Drop a target here.
You wanna come
Yeah,
up
how
a
would
little
you
bit
describe
there, yeah.
this
Oh,
rocky?
thanks.
How would I it's like, I can't tell if this is rubble or if it's just been really interestingly like broken up by, I guess, weathering processes and leaving it very, I don't know, just
What
beaten
would
up
this be
looking.
rebel of?
A landslide type of thing.
Rocky landslide. Roger. Just in case we want to, it's mainly just in case we want to come back to it.
Okay.
Because everything that data's writing back there will be associated with time and lat long, but
Okay.
just for the map in case we want to head there. In case the rest of it seems not as interesting.
Okay, cool.
Starting to come to the top. There's the shadow behind Argus.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ooh, fish.
What is that? Different fish?
All right, I'll come back around here.
That's some kind of different fish. All right, so remember all the corals we were seeing yesterday at the summit? The stony corals?
Yeah.
Haven't seen a single one yet of that species.
Huh.
It's all of the other species that was the minority at that site that are now the majority at this site.
That are making up the fallen rubble and everything.
Fallen rubble and, yeah, and everything.
We're still paralleling this contour. Just let me know if you want to.
Yeah, this
Change
is
that at any
fantastic.
point.
I enjoy this.
Okay.
This is good data. Can we zoom on, sorry, the pink coral, just at 3 o'clock?
Sure.
I thought that was something else, but from a distance it looks slightly pink, which is different from the other colonies we've seen.
If we deviate to the west a bit, we'll come up the slope more.
I think we're going to parallel and go completely perpendicular to the slope, if I remember correctly from Steve's desires.
Yeah,
Go ahead and push in their video.
where that occurs, I think it'll be either
Video?
around intermediate
Yeah.
waypoint or near it.
Roger.
Okay, so this is something new. This is a precious coral, that pink one,
Yeah.
Hemicorallium, I think. Yeah, Hemicorallium.
Go ahead, video, and push in all the way there on this pink guy. Is that full?
Yeah, full zoom.
Roger.
It's kind of dark, but you can kind of see at the top of the colony. There we go. You can kind of see the closed polyps are barrel-shaped or column or cylinder-shaped. So that is indicative of this genus.
Steve, let me know when you got your shot, because I'm
Yep.
going to otherwise move on.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay,
And
video
I'm also noticing some evidence of a polychaete that lives within the
coming up.
coral, this particular precious coral. There's a polychaete that lives inside and burrows in the main skeleton. And that is sometimes indicative of, or it has been used as a diagnostic characteristic of this group of corals, the precious corals. So there are holes, burrows in the axis. Wow, that's all coral right there. Look at that. How
Bit
old
of
and
a dark
craggy that
spot
is.
right there close to the front.
Yeah.
I'll go tilt one of the lights down.
And Rennie, we're still going 235.
Nope. 200.
200 now, Roger.
This must be pretty stable stuff because these corals at the bottom of these big boulders, usually you don't see that. Usually it's just broken up pieces of rock and stuff like corals wouldn't be growing at the bottom of a slope or in the talus field because the tendency to slow grow is not really conducive to actively moving rocks or rocks moving down slope. It's that purple blob under that coral. Is that something? What is that? Looks like it's moving. Fish, maybe?
Well, that's completely occluded by the coral now.
Yep.
Keep
All right,
brightening
video,
it
go ahead and zoom in and maybe open the iris a bit. You want to zoom
is
in
it
there,
a-
please?
Oh, it's a Victor Gorgia. It's just,
Little tiny Victor Gorgia.
yeah. Yep, okay,
Great.
moving on.
Video, come wide, please. I'll lateral now.
Looked solid for a moment.
Oop. Excuse me, got myself in a corner. Disregard the thruster wash.
I'm regarding it.
Shoop. Defensive posture.
Go, crab, go. I believe you can beat us.
All right. Dan, you want to bring your head around to 200?
Again, going back to the Gulf, we were actually we're doing something, whether it was imaging. We used to have this camera on the front called Beast Cam.
Oh yeah, no beast
And,
cam.
yeah, and all the times when we were imaging corals with the Beast Cam, which has a different interface than the main HD cam, there would be crabs crawling all over the front porch in the main HD cam.
Is that a sponge over there?
Yeah, it looks a little bit
It's pretty
gone
spongy.
for beans.
Who owns that? Is that Gerges or Fisher or?
Fisher.
That is Fisher's camera. He's my neighbor now.
Oh yeah?
Semi-retired neighbor. Yeah.
Video, you want to push in a little
he
bit
moved
there?
up there.
Chuck Fisher?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
He moved to
Just
Oregon.
have a quick
Yeah,
look.
he bought a little spread down the road
Cool.
from me.
Huh, no kidding.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Miles worked with him for a while.
All
Yeah,
right,
that's
video,
right.
that's good. Go ahead.
Miles
Come
was
wide,
one of his kids,
I think as a
as he calls
lab
him.
tech, right?
Yeah, he was I think he was his. Yeah, lab assistant or lab tech.
Yeah,
not-
I'm not sure if he's out there permanent. I think he's got another year or so before he's officially retired. He was out there around Christmas. He was selling Christmas trees.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got some trees, some tree farm on the place.
Huh.
Cool.
It's right, just, I think he's about 5 miles out of Newport.
You want to come down there a little bit on the delta there, Dan?
Yeah, kind of.
It's pretty dense here. Ooh, scurrying something.
Little crab.
It's going up. Yeah, a little Chaseon.
You see it?
Sure. Small things are always cute. Make good images.
Coral seems to be getting dense here on this a
Yeah.
little bit.
Video, you want to zoom in there, please? That's good.
Oh yeah.
Is this a different kind of crab from the one that keeps challenging us?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think this is. Oh, it's a homalid. Or you see the rearmost legs are kind of up in the. Yeah, they're there. The
Oh,
rearmost
yeah.
legs are
Ah,
not on
weirdo.
the walking not on the
Alright.
floor.
Mm-hmm.
Six-legged crab.
Yeah. Looks like it has something in its jaw or in its claw.
Alright, video, you
maybe
wanna
it's
come a little wide there, slow?
hiding a meal.
Oh yeah, that's a
He
cute
uses
fish.
the back two to put his camouflage on. Is that the?
Yeah, yeah. They.
Get a close up of his face.
I'm assuming they nip off a piece of a colony, like a branch, kind of like Perk does to a coral, and just
Ooh.
staring contest.
Alright,
So
he's
docile.
looking away from us now. Go ahead and come wide, video.
He was doing a nice rotation for us.
Oh, now he keeps on going. That's alright.
He's like,
wanna
wait,
see
my
him
model
anyway."
job.
What's the deal with the lights on this vehicle? Are we allowed to move them, or do you have to get permission from God?
We can move them around if that dark spot is if we can get rid of that dark spot, it'd be nice.
Or is it? So you're seeing it too?
Yeah, if I pan over, then it's more obvious. I
Unless
think it
it's-
also might be from Mongo.
Yeah, unless it's just Mongo blocking it.
Yeah, just I don't remember that before. Seems like it's just a bit of a shadow on the.
They're also the forward matrix. Not all the pucks come on all the time.
Oh yeah.
So
I made
they're
a note to check the lights on deck.
yeah, they're just kind of temperamental. The forward matrix. Sometimes the pucks come on, and sometimes one of or two of them don't.
Isn't there a thingy that tells you how much? It's a little graphical user interface for them, or are they just on off?
They're just on off. That we have at least.
All right, I'm wondering if we should just start to head up slope soon. I don't know if we need to make it to waypoint.
Yeah, you make the call.
Intermediate. Can we zoom out? Let's see.
On
We're
high
almost
pack.
there. Yeah, high pack. Let's go another 100 meters, and then we'll head up slope.
Roger.
Yeah. It's about 170 meters away for that waypoint, intermediate waypoint. So that's for reminding myself when we hit 70, that's when.
Okay.
What's that in the middle of the screen that's just passed and out 3 o'clock to lasers? Is that just a rock?
You'd know better than I. Let's see here. Video, go ahead and push in there a bit.
Looks spongy.
Something like, yeah, like a dead sponge, I think Dan's right. Or a rock.
Oh, that's an altered rock.
Just a rock.
It's a sponge-shaped rock.
Yeah. Fell
Alright, video,
from
come wide,
above.
please.
It has a little lobster or something on the bottom of it, though.
Yeah, there's a little squat lobster.
So they'll squat in rocks, too.
All right.
I mean, they are squatters.
I'm gonna do an on-the-fly DVL reset here.
Want me to? I'll hands off for a minute here.
No, it's okay.
Roger.
It's good
The
enough.
sun has a really good rip.
All right. I think I'm satisfied going along this direction. It's kind of the same, and I want to head up slope before the end of the watch. So
Okay.
let's do what
Bridge
we need
nav.
to do to make it towards waypoint 5 now.
Roger.
Hold position. Thank you. We'll just settle out and then we'll get going.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I guess you can get rid of intermediate waypoint.
Roger.
Little batfish. I guess 4 to 8 will have will be redeemed. They'll get to explore the summit of waypoint 5 a little bit. Choose what to do next.
Do you want to, how do you want to get up there? Kind of
Direct.
Direct? Okay.
Direct.
What's the elevation gain on that one?
75 or so.
Roger.
It is 350 meters away, and the bearing is 265.
I'm fine if you want to track a line. We don't have to do steps.
Okay. Going up slope, why don't we do 0.2? That
Yeah.
way we can explore a little bit and keep
I like
zooming
that.
on stuff.
I like that. 0.2 works.
Bridge nav. Can we track a line bearing 265, speed 0.2 knots? Thank you. Emily, what's his name?
The other one? Sergey.
Sergey, the not
Yeah.
Vitaly.
No. Vitali's up there, but
Yeah, he
Sergey's
is, yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
Sergey's one of the
I
ABs.
thought his name was Sergey, but I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
Once you start to swing.
He's been getting on the comms more and more as the years. It's his
Mhm.
second or third year out or something like that.
No, this is actually his first.
This is?
You're thinking of another Sergey.
No, this
You're
guy.
thinking of other Sergey.
No, this guy. The one that's with on Vitaly's watch up in the bridge. He's
Mhm.
this is at least his second year. He was out last year.
That's what happens when you skip a year.
Yeah.
All right. So you said 260?
265.
265. I don't know why my brain cannot think of numbers right now today. Dan, I'll hold off over here if you want to bring your head around. Roger. Thank you. Let's look at something different.
Yeah, we have 4 Sergeys on board, which gets confusing after a while. Yeah, thankfully they have, it's chief engineer and Mazur. That's how you can differentiate between 2 of the Sergeys. But then typically we'd be like, oh, AB Sergey, but they're both ABs.
Looks like we'll be probably just shy of the top, just shy of waypoint 5 as we're passing over. Or we'll probably just get there at this speed.
So see what we can do.
Yeah, we can speed it up. This is steep for about, or not steep, it's steeper for half of it, and then shallow, less slope for the second half. We can always speed up on the second half.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's mainly just so we have time. It's not really a danger any faster. It's more so that we can take
Get
some
good
time and
visuals.
zoom.
Yeah. That'd be a cool cliff over here. Ooh, what's... Oh.
I think
Is that
just
a
a cave.
fish?
Just
Oh no,
That's
yeah.
like a cave.
Optical illusion. A weird blobby fish thing. Oh. So let's go up here. It's up here. Roger. Was that?
What are the tiny white ones we've
It
been
hasn't
seeing?
significantly moved.
Nice.
Steve, the tiny white coral.
is this solitary cup coral?
It's
Or?
9. There's
Oh
one
no,
for
just
the
these ones that on the little fans that we've been seeing.
The
Spin
stony
off.
looking ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are, well, let's take a zoom if we have time. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Don't need
There's
to.
some more over here if you want.
Yeah, no, it's Enelopsemia. Probably species is rostrata, Enelopsemia rostrata. I can see it from here. No need to.
Okay.
We've imaged them already on this dive. I was just making sure that it wasn't a... Sometimes when corallium or hemicorallium has a lot of branches broken off, it sometimes looks like a stony coral. But these are just Enelopsemia colonies, small ones. Yeah, I'm really gonna be surprised if we get to the top of this and there's no Madrepora here. It's Enelopsemia dominated, because that would be a total reversal of what we saw on Jarvis 1. And I don't see how could there be any reason for having two totally different stony coral assemblages dominating two different seamounts, 30 kilometer, what are we, 30 or 50 nautical miles from our last site.
I think we're 50 if I'm remembering
Yeah, I
correctly.
think it was 50. The rubble that we scanned before looked like Enelopsamia, but there could be some Madrepora mixed in. But it seemed like Enelopsamia dominated here.
There's not really much over on this sheetrock, or the sheet flow.
Yeah, the big fans have disappeared from this spot.
Yeah, there was some flow earlier, some sheet, and there was a lot of fans on it. Kind of weird how it might just be the what do you call it? Current.
Yeah.
Just like little micro currents in the different faces on the slope.
Come back.
Oops.
No.
Sorry, what happened there?
A little hatchet fish. So
What
cute.
happened?
The hummingbirds of the ocean.
Wow. They have beautiful scales on the side too.
Yeah.
I think I'm really the hummingbirds for their beauty. And their transparent teeth.
Seems to have muted somehow. What did I do?
Look at that vertical. You see
Okay.
that linear kind of feature there?
Wanna have a look?
No, I don't think it's anything.
I think it's just sediment, but
It's either sediment or
Yeah.
it's a slight little yeah,
Light on the sediment.
sediment.
no.
Seems to be coming from here. This crack specifically.
It's the coral opportunistic sliding of sediment to mess with ROVs.
Reminds me of like one of those mini golf courses where the golf ball
Oh,
just comes
yeah.
out of a random hole somewhere.
So it seems like all the stony coral rubble
I don't know why it does that.
is still upslope. It's just that we don't see it on the sheet flow because it doesn't collect.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't appear that we're in any different of a spot than when we saw it a while back when I dropped that target. Coral rubble.
There seems to be a lot more coming up here, but as we see the next kind of big pile of coral rubble, can we do a quick zoom in?
Yeah.
Next pile of coral, we'll zoom in.
Yeah, big pile that has some decent buildup.
Looks like probably over here to the right.
That one right there, that's a hemicorallium or a coralliid.
This rubble here? Or other? You want more rubble than that, probably, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not a time thing. We can take our time and just see the next one that comes up.
Alright. Look for more rubble for Steve, Roger.
It's just to get an idea of, are we seeing different rubble at different depths along this transect upwards?
For sure.
I'm noticing a lot
A
more
little dark there, Emily.
big Analopsemia rubble than I was noticing yesterday for Madrepora. There's a lot of big, 10, 20 centimeter chunks.
Try that again.
Sorry, my eyes have been really itchy.
No worries.
You would think your allergies aren't bad at sea.
What's going on with the screen there?
Oh, that's just like a different type of monitor to be able to view like the levels and the different colors. So through this you can kind of see like the outlines of rocks and the biology and stuff. It's all purple.
Looks pretty psychedelic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That is not how I spotted the shell. I spotted the shell on this monitor. But like, see, you can see like the outlines of the rocks and stuff and all the crevices. Yeah.
You know what I always wondered? I've always wondered this for 7 years, and I've never asked. Why does WireCam always look like it has a bunch of stuff floating around it?
Because that's the infrared, at night.
Okay.
And that's water.
That's just
Yeah.
water
Water.
particles, water
Uh-huh.
droplets.
At
Very
least
cool.
that's my understanding of it.
Yeah.
But during the day, it's a
How
regular
about on
camera.
this
Take a
so
look
I
at
don't see
yeah,
it.
this rubble is fine.
Nice rubble pile.
Alright. Alright, video, go ahead and zoom in anywhere.
Zooming in. Anywhere.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll
So
stabilize for a sec.
Analopsemia. And there is Madrepora rubble here. So there's very small pieces of Madrepora rubble. So I'm hoping we'll see some live Madrepora here.
Steve, you are freaking crazy, man. This is just a pile of
The-
brown rubble.
The interesting thing is Madrepora is
That's the
clearly
zigzag one?
zigzag,
Yeah.
and
video,
and
come on, please.
Analopsemia is not. It's
I totally,
Video,
I
go
mean, I
ahead, come
see
right
what
now.
you're saying now, but it's just insane that we're just zooming in on
I mean, it might be a different species. I can identify the two genera based on their rubble,
yeah.
but
You could see the zigzag, so.
yeah, there's
I buy it.
definitely zigzag.
Do you want any more looking at this pile, or?
Nope. Keep on going up.
Roger.
Where is it all coming from?
What's that?
Where is it all coming from?
Hopefully we'll see where we come from on our watch.
Hopefully we will.
Yeah, we're just the delivery.
Yeah, I think, one of the most asked questions we get is what's the most interesting part about being on Nautilus? And I think it's just being surrounded by all the people who are like,
We know the
really
things.
know their stuff in their field.
Yeah.
And just being like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Just a wealth of knowledge of people. And it's like, you just hit a button and you're like, all right, please tell me about this. And they're like, here you go. It's like going to school. You can go to a section and learn about a different type of thing, whether it's technology, engineering, science, geology, biology, corals. It's pretty cool.
For me, it's a personal experience. Like Steve comes, this is one trip per year, right? So for us, it becomes like normal, but some people plan for years, or their whole PhD can be based on one trip, or sometimes one dive.
I have a whole chapter based on one Nautilus cruise.
One Nautilus cruise.
Wow.
That was, it was a 2-week cruise, and we got 7 dives in. And we had planned more, but like, we were in the Northeast Caribbean, and the trade winds were just blowing like snot out there, and we couldn't hold station for nothing. And
was that your first cruise ever?
no, that was the end of 2014.
Oh,
One
okay.
of the last of that season, August or September.
Was that the one off of Belize, or?
That was so that was the exploration of the Anegada Passage, NA052.
I was not on 5-2.
I was back at school.
Yeah, we ended in September
Catfish.
15th, 2014.
Look.
But yeah, we pretty much lost a whole like 2 days just to like DP problems and
Go ahead and zoom in there for a
and
hot
not
sec
being
for
able to
video.
hold station.
Zooming. Focusing.
Batfish.
Aww. Oh,
Camera-ing.
get a little closer.
Some funky looking eyeballs.
Yeah, oh, come wide, please, video. I need to set this up better.
Coming wide.
Are batfish blind?
now they
There
are.
now. Yeah.
I don't know anything about batfish.
Go to video and push in there real quick.
Zooming in.
It's safe to say that their eyes are probably used for something, whether it's the visible spectrum
Jeez Louise.
or a different light spectrum. I don't know.
All right, you want to come wide, video?
Coming wide.
There have been some recent studies of the spectrums that
Gonna come up a bit there on the delta, Dan.
yeah, sorry.
You good?
Yeah.
This is
Time to
like
drive
completely different than ours. It's like something you would see in Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
There's the, oh, what's the one? It's going to kill me now. It's a crustacean. The
mantis shrimp?
Yeah.
Mantis shrimp, yeah. Mantis shrimp. I believe the visible spectrum for it is well beyond human.
Yep, visible, infrared, and some other things.
Yeah.
They have like 12 different color receptors versus our 3.
Also, they can kickbox better. Clamshells and crabs.
That's why I used to like to work with multispectral imagery, satellite imagery, because you could replace RGB with any one of those bands. So you could have false color imagery and see things with your human eyes that you wouldn't normally be able to see.
Yeah, about one of the cameras I have at home is a no IR camera, and it has some blue gel filter over it, and then you can take pictures of the fauna, and there's a couple websites you can upload the picture to and process it.
Star or an urchin?
Tells you the health of the plants,
Got it.
how fast they're photosynthesizing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you can do some, once you start to do math on the bands, spectral bands, you can like look at leaf water content and